On sunny, snowy days, George usually got up bright and early. But this day, he discovered that Bill had gotten up even brighter and earlier.
Hey, George! Snow blocks. I'm building a house out of snow, although the correct term is igloo. Yep. I'm trying to earn my Sprout badge in winter camping. And to do that, I have to build an igloo and sleep in it overnight.
Suddenly, that was exactly what George wanted to do. Build an igloo and sleep in it, just like Bill.
You want to help me? And sleep in the igloo, too? Why not? Let's get started. George, that's not the proper technique. Guess I better show you. City kids probably don't know much about non-mortar construction. See? The first thing you do is mark a circle in the snow. That's your foundation. Then you take the biggest blocks and fit them together like this.
Bill showed George how to build up the igloo walls block by block, making sure that the top layer overlapped the bottom.
Yep. And when we're all done, we can just smooth out the inside.
As they built it up, the igloo started to look like a volleyball cut in half.
See? We keep shaping these blocks and put them all the way around until there's just a small hole left in the center. And we fill that with a large block called a keystone. You have to cram it in so it'll hold the walls in place. Now, I'll just make a few air holes. And once we fill all these cracks of snow, it'll stay pretty warm. Yep, we're done. Let's go check it out.
George was so excited. He had never been in an igloo before. The inside of the igloo was smaller than George thought. He had wanted a fun igloo. One that was big enough for a bed and a tuba and his friends. Sort of like his room, only better.
You want to build your own igloo? Sure, I wish I could help you, but I gotta fill up these cracks and then do my chores.
So George started on his second igloo of the day with help from the man with the yellow cap. But this time, he built it wider and taller and brought in some furniture.
Wow, good window. Are you sure you want to spend the night in here, George? Okie doke. I guess it's time to make the cocoa.
Hey, George, how's it? Whoa, this is huge. You put a bed in here? And a sofa? Wow. The only thing is, it might get cold at night. The bigger the igloo, the colder it gets.
George wasn't worried. He figured he'd just wear his coat to bed. Today was a busy day at George's apartment. Professor Wiseman was coming to dinner, and the man with the yellow hat wanted everything to be just right.
I have an idea. Why don't I finish getting the apartment ready and you go to the store? Great. Let's make a list. Okay, I need carrots for my famous carrot cake. Cucumbers for my famous cucumber soup. And apples for my famous bowl of apples. Here's a bag and some money, George, and have fun. Bye-bye.
When George got to their favorite store, it was closed. The grocer was on his annual fishing trip.
Welcome to Hua Mai Grocery and Takeout. It's our grand opening.
Our first customer. We are selling Vietnamese food. Please, try a sample. Cha yo. It's a spring roll.
Come on in and, Clean up on aisle 3.
George thought the food looked delicious, and the store looked beautiful. But the fruits and vegetables looked different somehow. This was green and long and bumpy. Must be a cucumber. Next on the list, red round apples. Now this looked like an apple. Now all George needed to find were the carrots. Were these carrots? George didn't know for sure, but they looked like carrots and were bunched up like carrots.
Customer number 1. You ready? Let's see. You have a ko kwa, some fat too, and a few tak lu. Very good choices. Here you are. Thank you very much. How was school today, Mai?
Great, Dad. But who was that?
Our very first customer.
Our first customer was a monkey? Cool.
Oh, great. Did you find everything? Oh. But this is a pomegranate, George, not an apple.
Huh?
Yes, and I don't know what these other things are. Thanks, George.
George decided that this time he'd ask for help.
You're back. Hi. My name's Mai. Can I help you? Fatu, taklu, and kogwa. Yum! But didn't you just buy these? Is that an alligator? I'm sorry. I can't read this.
In spring, good gardeners can't wait to get things growing.
Need any more help? Okay. I have to go help Professor Wiseman design a new terrarium. Bye, George.
George had his seed system set. First he dug a hole, then he planted some seeds, then he covered the hole. Compass had a seed system too, but he didn't plant seeds. He ate them. He thought it was awfully nice of George to put out a pigeon buffet. Compass thought this restaurant had weird rules. Maybe they weren't supposed to eat the seeds until George was finished. Or maybe you weren't supposed to eat while George was around. George wished there were two of him. And then he remembered. Farmer Rankins protected his garden from the birds with a scarecrow. So George decided to make a scarecrow too. Only, it wasn't very scary. Maybe the birds were only scared away when something was moving. That was it. But how could he get it to move? He also needed more seeds. Seeds were easy. Making a scarecrow move was hard.
I heard a guy named Quixote opened a new bakery up ahead. Hungry?
It was the biggest pinwheel George had ever seen.
Pretty neat, huh? It's a windmill.
Yup. It grinds my grain for me. Let me show you how it works. When the wind blows, it pushes the sails, just like wind pushes a sailboat along the water. But since sails are attached to the mill, instead of moving forward, they spin around.
George's friend Allie really flipped for flips, even when she wasn't doing the flipping.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
The annual gymtastic tournament was right up Allie's alley.
Next year, that's gonna be me. Here comes another one.
The gymtastic tournament was for gymnasts of all ages. There were girl gymnasts and boy gymnasts. And a bug gymnast?
Next up is that bundle of dynamite. George? On the floor, Matt. Well, I mean the balance beam. Well, I guess I mean the uneven parallel bars. Or do I? I mean, George, on the rings there. Yeah, I give up.
You!
He didn't mean to disrupt things.
You are a natural-born gymnast! You've got to come to my gymnastics class.
You teach gymnastics? I want to come too.
Me too.
Really?
Do you know how strong your arms have to be to do gymnastics? Imagine how far a guy could throw a newspaper.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic! See you at the community center tomorrow for an introduction to the class. 3 o'clock.
See ya. Oh, I bet we'll be tumbling in no time.
Cool. Look at all this gym equipment.
But before you can tumble, you have to stretch.
Stretching is one of the 3 S's of gymnastics.
Ow!
Stretching. S number 1.
And stretch and stretch.
I got it. I guess stretched muscles are more bendy.
And walking on a balance beam was tricky too.
Oops.
Find a spot to focus on. If you stare at something still, it helps you be still too.
I'm doing it.
So, when do we start with these puppies?
Go ahead. Give it a try. The rings take a lot of strength. We'll work our way up to it. You can practice with a bench until your back, arms, and chest are strong enough to pull you up. This is a good time to talk about our other 2 S's. Safety and supervision. You should always have someone spotting you.
It was George's first spring day back in the country. And already, he was starring in a movie.
Hiya, Mr. Rankins.
Hi, Bill. George.
Okay, George. You go in first and see if there are any baby ducks running around. I'll follow with my camcorder. This will make a great scene for my science project about baby animals. is Bill, bringing you baby ducks, live from the Rankin's barn. Hey! We're in luck. The ducklings haven't hatched yet. They're still inside their eggs. Sure, George. Look. You and me and other mammals come into the world as babies. But birds, ducks for example, come as eggs. Yep, Dumpling's babies will hatch from these eggs as long as she sits on them to keep them warm. Sprouts on her, George. If she doesn't sit on them, they'll get cold and never hatch. Oh, my battery died. I'll have to get another one. Don't let the eggs hatch without me, okay?
Where was Dumpling going? She was supposed to be keeping her eggs warm. The eggs were still warm, but if Dumpling didn't come back soon... George decided that if Dumpling wasn't going to sit on her eggs, he'd have to do it. Carefully. Well, sitting on a nest, hatching eggs, is actually pretty boring.
Thanks for loaning me a battery, sir.
No problem. I think that's great you're filming a duck hatching. No!
This I've got to get on tape. Bill here bringing you a first. A city kid sitting on a nest of duck eggs.
George, why are you sitting on a nest of duck eggs?
It looks like he's trying to keep Dumpling's eggs warm.
Wow!
I don't believe it. A duck is hatching right before my very eyes. On camera.
Mr. and Mrs. Rankins, you don't want to miss this. Your ducks are hatching.
We'll be right there.